Hey guys, Brito here. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager and our challenges series. We've finished one of the challenges here in rookie level, so we're going to go back into rookie. We've done sprinkler savvy, so we're going to head down to number 2, fighting for 5th. So it's the last race of the WMC. Chapman can secure the Drivers' Championship without even getting on the podium. However, after a crash-heavy and rain-soaked first lap, the plan must evolve. Oliveira is closing fast, and their position will directly impact where Chapman needs to place. Can he overcome the odds? Okay, have Harry Chapman win the Drivers' Championship. Player accessory available for new career, and it's only 1 race duration. So that's good news. Let's start the challenge. So no doubt we're going to have the 2 drivers, but we need Chapman to be the one that we focus on. Last race is in Brazil, by the looks of it. Rio de Janeiro Grand Prix, Brazil, round 16. Similar characteristics to the actual Brazil Grand Prix in real life. Turn 1, 2 is not quite right. It's more of a left, right, and then around, not right, left, and around, but anyway. Pretty similar. Just wait for it to load in. So we know what our objective is. Got it. Okay, so it's paused. Where are we? There we are. Let's. Okay, so he's on Inters. He's in 7th. Challenge objective is what? 20th or above. Well, that's going to be pretty easy, isn't it? Who do we need to beat? Oliveira. Okay, anyway. Looks like it's going to stay Inters. We don't need to come in and pit anytime soon. Okay, so the safety car's heading to the garage. Let's overtake an attack. Overtake an attack with both. Why not? So coming around to the green flag now. Go back to single speed. Chapman's going to push hard. Can he make a move for 6th, for 5th, for 4th even? Oh, well done. Up into 2nd. Wow, go back to neutral and high. All the way up into 2nd. Robertson, you can go back to medium. Maybe neutral with tyres as well, because they got hot really, really quick. Which is a little bit strange, but so Chapman's already up into 2nd. There's Oliveira. She's up into 4th as well, so she's pushing through pretty hard. She's backing up with her tyres, so let's see how we can go now. Let's keep a close eye on this wet weather. It might get dry shortly. We'll just double speed through it now. We don't need to single speed the whole time, so zoom out a little bit. Robertson's still in 8th. Let's have a look at Chapman. So he's intermediate tyres and race trim. He's a wet weather pro overall +2, so that's good news. Zielinski's still in the lead. Oliveira is back in 5th for Scudera Rossini. Moving up into 4th now. Chapman's definitely not catching the leader. The leader's still pulling away. Still using a lot of fuel though. So we tyres are going to be a bit of an issue. Tyre heat, so Oliveira is still battling for 4th with Vasquez. Backwards and forwards a little bit. 22 laps to go. He's going to get dry soon, so maybe 14 laps. There's another incident in Sector 1. Walker looks like he's out of the race. So Campbell, Vargas, and Walker are both out. Oliveira is right behind now. Championship standings +8. He'll be up by 10 points if Oliveira stays where she is, so doing pretty good. So Robertson's all the way back there. We're not going to worry too much about him. He's just doing his own thing. Here comes Oliveira for 2nd on Chapman. We'll let him go through. We'll let her go through, I should say. Not going to stress too much about it. So we're going to come in for some dry tyres soon. Let's have a look. 16. Oh, we're going to have to come in for set us off 16 laps. So what's that? End of lap 12. So might be able to just do a 1-stopper here if we're lucky. 20 laps to go. Still got a little bit of water on track at the moment, so maybe end of lap 14 will be the ideal time to bring Chapman in. Have a look now. Still in front, only by 5 points now of Oliveira. So Chapman really needs to stay in third, depending on where Oliveira is going to finish. Just need to get his strategy right. So Robertson's still all the way back there in 8th. He's got a bit of a gap to the car ahead, so let's put him up to just high mode now. Oliveira's just got the fastest lap of the race. She's actually catching Zielinski as well. So now our challenge objective has changed to 8th or above. So once Oliveira moves up into 1st, our challenge objective might jump up to 5th. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that as well. It looks like the weather's going to go away soon. Let's have a look at Oliveira now. She's doing really well, catching up to the leader. Definitely quicker than Zielinski at the moment. Purple the 2 sectors and green the 1st sector, so she's doing really well. 31.3 to a 34.0 for Chapman. And she's not even, well, she's pushing a little bit harder than us, but not too much harder, I suppose. Look again, so 14 to 16 laps, so really need to be end of lap 14. We really need to bring Chapman in. But Robertson, what's his tyres like? He's got a set of softs, so we can bring him in now pretty well. Let's do it. Bring him in now. Parts are all good. Pit strategy is balanced, so you can come in now. You can attack and overtake. Might as well. Let's even get him up further up the order. Not that it's going to make much difference, to be honest, but it's not going to hurt. So he'll be the first one to come in and grab soft tyres. Hiroka is in as well, so is North. So Robertson's come out, it's in 15th spot on a set of softs. Hiroka's on softs as well. North is on ultra softs. The tyre temps is going to be a bit of an issue, I think. You need to go back to conserve a little bit. Oliveira's got issues. You haven't quite come across the line yet. We'll go medium and high for you to try and get those tyre temps down a little bit. Oliveira's come out in a set of softs as well, so she'll make it to the end. So Chapman needs to get one more lap. Ooh, going to be pushing it. Robertson's up to 8th now. Doing fairly well, so we're going to bring Chapman in next lap, so let's overtake and attack for this whole lap. As long as any, or actually, is there more wet? There is more wet weather, so you can pit, go for a set of ultra softs, balance stop, push as hard as you can. As you can see, just before lap 21, it looks like there's more rain coming, so go back to double speed. Don't want to push it too hard, but here comes Zielinski. Go down the inside of Chapman, so Chapman's back into 2nd. Oliveira is not too far behind, so maybe we should have brought Chapman in a little bit earlier because he's starting to struggle now. These tyres are going through the roof, tyre wear. Go medium and push when he comes out. It's not going to be too long before we need to come back in anyway. Need to go back to conserve. Chapman's out in 6th on a set of ultra softs, so I know his tyre temps are going to be pretty bad straight away, but it's definitely going to be more wet weather, so we're going to push Chapman for the next lap. But he's conserving and his tyre temps are still getting pretty bloody high, so we're still meeting the current requirements anyway. Let's go overtake and attack for this whole lap for Chapman. Definitely have to come in for a set of wets very soon. There's Robertson. Let's allow our teammate through. Don't care if you're not happy about it. Just do as you're told, mate. Do as you're told. Righto, Chapman's definitely picking up the pace a little bit. 5.6 seconds. He's done a 30.1, put him back to medium and conserve. 31.6 for Oliveira, so he's catching up a little bit, but I don't know if we're going to have to go wets or just softs. I'm going to have to wait and see. Tyre temp's still pretty bad. He's a fair bit slower in the second sector, but that's to be expected. So 11 laps to go now. Or are we going to need inters or wets? That's the question. Might bring Robertson in next lap. Thinking we should be bringing Chapman in first, but I just can't see if it's going to be really wet or not, so we'll just wait and see how we go. His tyre temp's still through the roof. Still not getting any indication of the wet weather to come. Let's have a look. Still can't really see. It's going to get wet, so Robertson actually can stay out for one more lap. Or should we bring him in now? I don't know if it's going to make much difference. Just bring him in now for a set of wets. Go back and look at Chapman. He can come in the lap after for a set of wets, I think. He's in 5th at the moment. Oliveira is in 1st, so as long as he stays 5th or higher, we'll be fine. Which has got a pretty big buffer, so go overtake an attack, and you can come in this lap for a set of wets to get to the end. Push a little bit harder, Chapman. There we go. Down the inside. Well done. It's picked up the pace a little bit. It's definitely going to need wets. Ignore engine problems. Ooh, that could be an issue as well. You should make it to the end from here though. So you can come in medium and neutral when you go out. You can go high and neutral, I guess. A couple of parts looking a bit rough. He's got parts issues as well. Chapman's out. It's going to be out in 8th spot, which is fine. Because we know we're the first that's come into pit for the wet tyres. So the Grans come out. Esposito, Kraus and North and Bologna have all come out on inters. So Saarinen. But it's going to get pretty wet. They're going to need wets, I think, not just inters. So 7 laps to go now. Chapman still not doing a great deal. His pace is still down a little bit. Thought it would have picked up a little bit by now. 53.0, so that's not helping at the moment. What about Saarinen? 31.7. Chapman's picked up the pace a little bit, but I said not enough. Don't know if we're going with the right strategy here. Maybe it would have been best for a set of inters, not a set of wets. Let's triple speed it now and see how we go. All the way back into 9th. Now he's moved up into 6th. There we go, put him back to push. His tyres are getting a little bit warm. We are on target. Oliveira is anyone that hasn't pitted yet, and she's in now. The track's going to get a little bit wetter, but I'm thinking it might have been best to go for inters, but we can't change it now. So he's currently in 6th. Zielinski's now in 1st. They're on wets as well, so don't know if we're going to have a little bit of an advantage, and then the inters guys are going to have a bit of an advantage again towards the end of the race. But we're still in 6th. We need to hold 6th spot because Oliveira is catching Zielinski. The track is now soaked, so we should have an advantage now. Go back to neutral. You can go back to neutral as well. Tyres are getting a little bit warm, as we can see. So 1:37.0 last lap for Chapman. Hiroka was a little bit quicker, half a second. So that's where a little bit of concern's coming at the moment. Chapman did a 38.2. Hiroko did a 40.9, so we might get lucky yet. It's 3 laps to go now. I know a few things are looking dodgy. It's fine. We need to just make it to the end. Yeah, Hiroko's really slowing down. So is Wexler. We don't care. We're not fixing anything. And Sarinen's slowing down as well. So it's definitely the time for wets here, but then it's going to drop off for inters again. So, but only 2 laps to go now. We're going to go overtake mode. Robertson's still going to have to go back to medium. So here comes Chapman right on the back of Wexler, but Wexler's going to start to pull away once this track dries out a little bit more. Coming around for the final lap now, so let's attack and overtake. Do the same, or you can overtake and just high. So just medium, doesn't matter. Because you're not going to catch anybody, I don't think. But Chapman is in 6th at the moment. Decent gap back to 7th. So looks like we're going to come home in 6th, which is going to be enough to take the... Ooh, it's going to be a tie in the championship. But that's fine, that's all we need. Just need the time. We're still on top. So Chapman's come across the line. 6th position. We could have done a lot better if we had had the right strategy. I think we should have went on inters and not actually wets. But we still passed the challenge. That's the main thing. So there we have it. Oliveira's taken the win for Scuderia Rossini. Also taking the Constructors' Championship, but Chapman's the one that's going to be taking the Drivers' Championship. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe inters would have been a little bit better. Maybe come in a little bit earlier and go for a set of ultras and then inters or something, but it's a bit hard to sort of guess. But we done okay in the end. We completed the challenge. You got 3 points. He's on top. 97 to 97. Must have had more wins than her. Gaetano's finished 3rd. So that's all that we needed to do, guys. So we've completed the challenge. And we've unlocked a hat pack. So we can look like an old dude. We can look like a, I won't say it, but chicken head or rooster head, whatever you want to call it. Or it's like a painting hat and an army hat. So anyway, guys, that's challenge episode number 2. 5th or better is what we need to do, and we actually finished 6th, and it was still enough. So I don't know why it's called 5th or better, but anyway, if you enjoyed it, smash that like button, leave a comment, and let me know how you thought we did. If you've done this challenge, what was your strategy? Did you come in earlier? Did you go ultra softs and inters at the end, or did you do what I did as well and go for wets because you thought it was going to be a bit wet? But anyway, as I said, let me know. It's been Brito's Gaming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you when we come back next week for challenge number 3.